Hey, hey, it's Ray Langley, at your service. Virtual entertainer and wolf girl extraordinaire, welcome back to Ace Attorney Trilogy. How are you all today? Welcome in to Elu and Candace. Good to see you guys here. Hello, Questia. Good to see you. So before we start, I was just recovering from the state of play over on the PlayStation and Sony side of things. Uh, this is only tangentially related because Ace Attorney is a Capcom game. Did you all see the news about Resident Evil 9, aka Resident Evil Requiem? The lore in the newest trailer. I am still Ooh, I am reeling from that. There is so much good stuff that's gonna be Okay, so basically for those who didn't watch, over in the state of play, there was a new trailer for Resident Evil 9, aka Resident Evil Requiem, or Reninquiem if you want to use the stylized text. And basically, there is a late onset T-virus syndrome, aka Raccoon City syndrome, in which the survivors of Raccoon City are confirmed to not be safe from the original infection, and that it's just been a long time coming, an extremely delayed onset that's going to be biting them in the ass now. Leon is confirmed to have it. It manifests as dark spots in the body that eventually end up in vomiting blood and intense pain. And when you get to a certain stage of the disease, you die in about 2 hours. So that is a thing now. They also start off the trailer by saying there are 6 Raccoon City survivors who have perished. We don't know who yet, but it's heavily implied that not only does Leon have it, but so does Sherry and everyone who was in the original two to three games. Which means Claire, Jill, Chris, Carlos, Rebecca, none of them are safe, and some of them may have died off screen. So yeah, we're really ramping up. We finally made the back door to start killing off some legacy characters, and I am not ready for Leon to go, but you know what? Somebody had to die before we reached game 10, and still none of these characters went down. It's gotta happen at some point, right? So, oh man. Not Carlos! But yeah. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway, there's other game news I'm sort of excited for, like the 2D side-scrolling Castlevania game that got announced, which seems to imply having a playable female Belmont, which might be Sonia Belmont, who I think is Trevor's mother? I forget the Belmont lineage, but hey, new playable woman, so that's cool. The end comes for all, even Carlos. Is Carlos gonna be the meme character now? You know what? We're just keeping up a tradition that has been standing since the original Resident Evil 3. Alright. That's enough of that. Let's focus on Ace Attorney. Today we are starting Episode 5, or Case 5, from Game 1, the last case of the first game, Rise from the Ashes. Now this is a special one because in the original release of Ace Attorney on the Game Boy Advance over in Japan, it ended at Turnabout Goodbyes. There was only 4 cases, but when the game got ported over to the Nintendo DS years later, they added this case with new characters and all that, and new mechanics to take advantage of the DS's 2 screens, microphone, and stylus gameplay. So I'm really excited to see how they incorporated those mechanics into this version, but also this is going to be a doozy of a case. Again, quick disclaimer before I start, all the voices are based on vibes, and pretty much I am doing this as I go. This is a one-woman voice acting performance, so you know, character voices might slightly change as we go. There is a character or two that are gonna have an accent. I didn't do a rehearsal stream, but that's okay. We ball. Alright guys, ready? Let's start. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. February 22nd, 10:02 a.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally! Where have you been? My sister's trial's tomorrow! Who are you? Doesn't matter who I am, it only matters who you are! The famous defense attorney Mia Fey! Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer works here. So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Wait, you're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please! I'm out of time! But, please, you have to help! It's my sister. Maya? Could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much! My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy, or maybe just young? Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age no less. So what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job, at my age no less. Great, another future professional in training. Like he's not even hearing anyone out? Has anyone checked on him? Oh god, of course it's the character that looks like Maya and is her replacement. So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow?
My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't.
So it's a murder case.
I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact.
11th grade at almost 16, is that advanced or am I miscalculating? No, it's about right. It's, yeah, 16, 11th grade, 17th, 12th, which is senior year, and then you graduate, so it's close enough. And there's a witness.
Just talk to her. You have to talk to her.
Right, I suppose I will.
I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but...
That's interesting. How would she know Mia? So, you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then?
Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know.
Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one.
I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you?
Yeah. Sure can't fault her for a lack of enthusiasm.
If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared.
Your sister?
I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done.
I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. She's 15 by my count. Yeah, you know, she could have like a birthday that's sort of like in between, happens during the year kind of thing. I don't know.
My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school.
Oh, so they went to the same school, huh?
She always told to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And, well, I need one.
Incidentally, Mia's a woman.
Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's.
Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close.
Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her.
Huh?
But she's my only family.
Your only family? What about your parents?
They died in a car accident when I was little.
Oh. I'm sorry. Mia's plant, Charlie. I've been taking care of him in Maya's absence. Looks like it's cleaning day again at the hotel across the way. I hear they're planning a second branch outside the city. And gads, the bellboy was staring right at me. There's a poster of the Steel Samurai on the wall. Maya stuck it up here on the day that she left. I didn't have the heart to take it down. I do sometimes get strange looks from the clients, though. Difficult-looking legal books stand in a formidable row. They mock me. I tried reading one and it made my head hurt. When I closed it, it slipped out of my hand. Then my foot hurt, too. Mia's desk. I sit here even less now that I've stopped taking cases. I ought to at least dust it off once in a while. He's fucking depressed. Yeah. He's like critical right now. See this? It's my attorney's badge.
Ah, well, I've never seen a real one before.
You're the first one who's actually been interested in mine, believe me.
Its composition is mostly silver. The gold plating is flaking a bit.
She analyzed it. Scientifically.
There doesn't appear to be any corrosion due to sulfides. I'd give you $50 for it.
Sorry, but it's not for sale. Yet. To be fair, he didn't even have the time to mourn Mia yet. That's true. Pretty much been hitting the ground running ever since the day he took his first case. Then Mia died, and then from there he's had to like run across town, gotten punched in the face, gotten freaking threatened by mafia goons, gotten tased. Never once has he gotten to stop to think, what the hell? February 22nd, Detention Center, Visitors Room. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived.
Guard, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors.
Sorry, ma'am. It's just your sister.
No excuses. Or did you not want a raise this year,
Understood, ma'am. What was that all about?
Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. Look. I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Hey, how do you know me?
Mia mentioned you. I've heard. Quite a bit.
I'm sorry, what exactly is it that you do?
My name is Lana. Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district.
You're a prosecutor? Two sisters. One a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lana, I mean, they're just like...
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? By the way, in the original release of the DS version of this case, Lana's text blips, you know, the little bleeps and bloops that sound when somebody's speaking, originally had the one that is typically used for the male characters, the deeper sounds, the deeper blips. They changed it in one of the HD re-releases, and it got kept over for this release. I'm going to be using a lower voice for her anyway, because screw that. There's something you should know from the start.
Which is?
The suspect in this case has confessed to the crime.
Huh?
Wait, but the suspect is... Me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright?
Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened?
The crime took place yesterday, February 21st at 5:15 p.m.
That's quite specific.
It was in the witness's deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime.
That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it?
The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car.
The prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car trunk? Classy.
I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were.
Well, that's just great. So, who was the victim?
An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach.
By you?
Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal.
I see.
Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you?
Uh-oh.
What, Mr. Wright? What does it mean?
Well, it means...
The police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so.
This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. So, you're the chief prosecutor?
That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell.
That's an awfully large nutshell.
Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this. I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose.
How am I supposed to defend this? Oh, they're really warning you that this case is going to be a tough one. Like I said, this is a doozy. Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her?
Emma told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia.
Hey!
It was in law school. I was in my 3rd year and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students.
Different?
She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me.
Excuse me?
Intellectually attracted. Lana was top of her class in school. I was the best there was.
Oh.
I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way.
Sounds a bit different when Emma says it.
Well, Mr. Wright?
Excuse me?
As you can plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana... Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana. I know. So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright?
Yes?
I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you.
Do you mean you're requesting my services as your defense?
Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all. The case is over.
Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes, but something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here, and I'm gonna find out what.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright.
Huh? About what?
My sister. She's not always like that, you know.
I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again.
She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her.
I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her?
I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... Well, maybe not.
Sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office, shall we?
Okay.
So Lana and Mia experimented in college. Of course you would say that. Okay. She's not here, so I can't show her my attorney's badge. That's a shame. Smile for the camera. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He's frozen in fear of the frigid Miss Lana. I'm feeling a bit chilly myself. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. So this is the lot where it all happened.
Looks like they're still investigating.
Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this.
Hey everyone! Keep up the good work!
Hey, what are you thinking?
Well, they're gonna be my coworkers 3 years from now after all. No harm in saying hello.
Actually, there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm trying to not stand out too much here, see? Hey there. You expecting to go unnoticed here, partner?
Partner?
Oh shit, here he is. What do we have here? Looks like a bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner.
Mr. Marshall!
Marshall? Looks more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, Bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see?
Strike?
This is our claim, our territory, with a motherload of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You wanna? What's this guy talking about? You're headed along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. Was that, hombre a friend of yours?
Kind of. Sort of. Yeah. He's a detective.
Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems? Oh god, who's this? Lotto Horse? No. It's Whole Horse. Yeah, I caught that too. Straight up drinking out of a flask? What the hell? I didn't come here to be threatened by Nightwolf's cousin.
This is where the cars leave the lot.
The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance.
What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit.
Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose.
Aha! The theory of relativity.
What?
I've got to write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe, was Mr. Relativity German? Or was he British?
Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? What's this, a wallet? Excuse me, officer.
Wait! What are you doing, Mr. Wright?
What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police.
I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket.
How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. A foldable wallet found at the crime scene. There seems to be something inside. Wallet hastily stuffed into pocket.
I'm called to duty already, and at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay?
By the way, her eyes are sparkling. I can tell she's been waiting for this.
Okay, now, look at the court record. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now let's start examining, from every angle.
HNB. Oh, it's like a weird, twisted WASD.
Oh look, I think that might be a clue here. You should check it out.
Oh, this feels Resident Evil as hell. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID number 5842189.
See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful?
I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with it.
Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find.
I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on.
Look, a door! This must mean something.
I'm not sure that doors mean anything.
No, it won't open. A mysterious lock.
I fail to see what's mysterious about it.
Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more.
Let's finish our investigation first, shall we?
Aha! A ladder.
That's a step ladder.
What's the difference? In scientific terms, please.
Scientific, huh?
Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright.
This all seems so horribly familiar somehow.
This wall is in our way.
It's got a faucet for water.
Wait, I know. This wall is merely a facade, hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank.
I fail to see how it makes any difference either way.
Here, a phone. Let's see if it works.
Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching.
I can't hear anything. My ears! No, my ears! Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure.
What is she babbling about?
Hey, what did you just say?
See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water.
It's heavy. I can't even budge it.
The drum over here is on its side.
Wait, I know. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout.
I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested.
What? I'm not suspicious.
Whoa.
Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is.
Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. The sheriff! Like I said before, this here's our claim. You'd best be moseying along, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Scary!
Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car?
Well, well, Lil Philly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, eh?
Please.
No problem, partner. About time for victuals, anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prospector's office. Might just find you a cerveza you like.
Prospector's office? Where does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Note to self, look up Vittles, Saloon, Cerveza. Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office.
In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like. Just keep your paws off our claim.
Right. Great.
Great! Maybe there are some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out.
Excuse me, were you two all set?
Us?
Oh shit, it's her. Okay. What's this? She couldn't be...
You're selling lunches? Here? This is a crime scene. Hello. Half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir?
Yes?
Some crunchy goodness coming at you.
Thanks. Interesting way of doing business.
This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passers-by. Are you officers? No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even if my days as the cough-up queen are over.
Cough up, huh?
You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. Oh, I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets? Oh, dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective.
What? A witness clearly saw me committing the crime.
You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about?
Please, cough up queen, tell us what happened.
The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it now. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels.
Yes, ma'am. Yipes, she means it.
Oh, a defense attorney must be able to fight. How about you? Do you think you can win? How about tackling Lunchland's Pickle Supreme lunchbox? Wow, it's really crunchy.
A box of pickles? Kind of a sad lunch if you ask me. About this card.
Oh, Lunchland vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else.
No, this isn't a credit card. It's an ID card. It belongs to a detective.
Oh, and you're showing this to me, the lunch lady, why? That's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective.
Why do I always feel like I'm being mocked?
Oh, somehow I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon.
Destiny?
Was yesterday special for some reason?
Well, you're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of inequity.
Evil ones?
The prosecutors. But they have no qualms at all about blackening the name of innocence. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for the king of prosecutors. What a farce! So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors' convention yesterday. Oh, I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? Oh, young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. Oh, the most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really?
Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear. This lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. So what exactly is it that you witnessed, Miss Starr?
Oh, it was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lana Skye wield that knife so... Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? Oh, the sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. Oh, and the rhythmic beat of Lana Skye's knife.
Wait a second, you know Lana Skye?
Of course. It's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light.
Now why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name?
Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Starr? Oh, I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the boxed lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's Trilobite lunch set.
That looks like eel, but okay.
Never mind. You win.
I don't even want to appreciate part of a Trilobite's flavor.
Oh, anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there?
The glass-walled booth?
Oh, I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him.
Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance.
So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Starr, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here.
Useful analysis. Not. I spaced out. What happened? Not much. Mostly just Angel telling us a little bit about herself and also showing us some lunches. Did you have a bad experience with a prosecutor, Miss Starr? I sense some hostility?
Oh, hostility? Ha! Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like 10-day-old clams in the chowder.
I wonder if Miss Starr was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past.
That'd be a sure cause of food poisoning. Scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking cough-up queen.
I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure.
don't have anything else to show her, so let's move on from... Ooh, what the... February 22nd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. This is the kind of room that just screams I can do the job.
Quite a change from your office, really.
Thanks.
Look, there's a trophy or something here.
A trophy? What, that shield?
I hate prosecutors. Well, they sent me to jail for spitting on the lunches.
You know, there are people who would pay for that extra if you just told them about it up front.
Takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk.
Phoenix Wright, you never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice! Long time no see, Edgeworth.
Huh? Ah! Mr. Edgeworth!
You know him from somewhere?
Of course! I'm his biggest fan! My sister introduced us once and...
Right, her sister is the chief prosecutor after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you. I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk.
No, did I? No! It was just... Mr. Wright here, he...
Hey, don't blame me!
We're just here to investigate a murder case.
Murder?
A body was found in this nasty, bright red sports car in the parking lot.
That would be my car. What of it?
What? Your car?
I'll say one thing, she certainly can scream. Dig up, Emma! I once dreamed of being a defense attorney a long time ago.
What? You wanted to be a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yet my path is laid out clearly before me. I have no time to reflect on what might have been. Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this.
Mr. Wright?
Huh? What?
Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh. He'll take it for sure, won't he?
I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. But then my sister would be found guilty.
If she sighs any deeper, I'm gonna start getting depressed. Start? A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect.
What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection.
Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? I'm gonna have to admit what I feel is bad.
Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir.
Don't. He'll sue you. I've been wondering, what the heck is this?
It has a big K on it.
Of prosecutors. Huh? What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy.
King of Prosecutors?
It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So? So that K, that's...
K stands for King?
Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing.
King of Prosecutors? Kind of like Employee of the Month, only better. So that's the King of Prosecutors shield, huh?
Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the King of Prosecutors.
Congratulations, King of Prosecutors.
Please, stop saying that. That still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of the shield broken off?
Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket.
Lucky jacket. Right, I've never seen him wear it.
I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture.
She's getting way too excited about this.
My. What an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth.
No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead. Wendy. Poor Edgeworth's gonna have a field day fending off King of Prosecutors. Get ready for the next battle in the King of Prosecutors tournament. The King of Ironclad Case tournament. Oh god. Okay, that's enough. Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before.
And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one.
Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy.
Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiancée?
I don't think so.
Whoa! What a view! It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor.
I guess you'd feel important.
Incidentally, were you to jump out this window, the time until impact with the ground would be... Got it! Approximately 3.23 seconds.
That's handy to know.
Ooh, cute! What a pretty tea set!
I go more for the instant tea bags myself.
Amazing! The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Oh, look at this royal blend! What an exquisitely splendid concoction!
There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. Oh, Phoenix, you fool. Get a special interest.
Whoa! These are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling! Oh, there's even a ladder!
Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights.
He must have someone get them for him.
Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe?
He must study these case reports so closely. Oh, he's so cool.
You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. Phoenix! Stop trying to scare the hose. I mean, Ray, I think you do pretty well in this hypothetical King of Ironclad case tournament. Ah. Also, yes, as a special interest enjoyer, Nick just doesn't know how good it gets yet. Yeah, imagine if Phoenix got into tokusatsu or something. Then he could talk non-stop for hours and hours and know all the songs by heart and okay, and never mind.
Hey, a chessboard.
I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot.
The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn.
Huh?
Oh, those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head's kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Edges.
surrounding a pond with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. So, the body was found in your car. Go ahead, say it, right? You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less.
No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean...
Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then?
Yes, sir. Emma Sky. It's nice to meet you again.
Now that didn't sound forced at all. Ah, now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit, it was a surprise for me too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand. Wait, what did you say? Lana Sky is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow.
You, Mr. Edgeworth?
Maybe Nick should get a hobby that isn't getting owned by women. I wouldn't discourage him if I could help it. Do you know how much people pay for that? The more clients for that, the better. Oh, I bet she's the top. Alright, okay.
To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you?
Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident.
What? That's crazy!
Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop.
But...
Some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? There's gotta be a story behind that one. Chief Prosecutor Sky. Yes, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case.
That's right. I remember.
2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken.
Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you.
Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife.
What? Mr. Edgeworth? Your knife was the murder weapon?
To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can't he take a joke?
You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright.
So basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, huh?
You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty.
Huh? Why's that?
I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works. Yeah.
I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken?
What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about.
Oh, right.
He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office.
Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday?
It's against my policy to discuss evidence with the defense, especially with you.
He doesn't like you much, does he, Mr. Wright?
Nah, with Edgeworth it's never personal. It's all about winning tomorrow.
It was already broken when he got it, part of the insult. Why do you carry a knife, Edgeworth? Well, if it's in the toolbox of a car, I guess you never know. What if you get lost somewhere? What if you, like, you know... A knife is a multi-use, like, tool. It's not just for, like, killing things. So, you never know. It's, you know, it's like having a wrench. You can kill people with a wrench, but you can also do other things with it. Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder?
Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office.
Cleaning day?
Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved crimes. Cases. We call it evidence transferal.
Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words.
Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors, and
that's when you got the shield.
I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12.
That's very precise.
People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright.
No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. This is the parking stub from the underground lot.
The murder took place around 5:15.
So the murder happened right after you got back.
What, right? I'd appreciate it if you'd direct that suspicious glare elsewhere.
Oh god, this guy. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises?
I'm Edgeworth. What is it?
I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
Report. What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky?
I don't like the way this conversation's going at all. Sky, sir? No, sir! No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir.
I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow.
Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it?
I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated.
Sir, but sir! I'm just following orders, sir! They told me to bring this to you! I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement with us, sir!
Give me your name!
Yes, sir! Meekins, sir! Officer Meekins!
Right. Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month.
But sir, I didn't know! Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck.
Right.
Yes, sir? Gah! He caught me off guard.
As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now.
Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright.
The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there.
Thanks. He seems to have finally calmed down at least. Could you take a look at this? Oh, this doesn't do anything. Okay.
You?
Yes?
Well, you said you wanted some hot tea, right?
No, but thanks. She didn't even look at me.
You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get rich flavor like this. Oh, we pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it! So that's the secret to their aroma. Exquisite!
The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. Okay, so I probably don't have anything to show her right now. February 22nd, Police Department, entrance.
Whew. We're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office?
Beats me, that took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. Police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on. What's that? Oh, God.
Disturbing! Why does it undulate like that?
Oh, wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot.
Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow.
Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him?
Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me.
He sure is running over here fast.
Hey, pal. What are you doing here?
That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there?
What? Well...
Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information.
Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal.
I was wondering about that.
What, the Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece.
You made this, Detective Gumshoe?
The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal.
Nice work.
It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die.
Poor Blue Badger. Fated to dance until he drops.
Hey, get those quotation marks out of there. Come on. He can do all that engineering, but forgot a switch. The detectives in there look pretty busy.
Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action.
Somehow, the thought fails to excite me.
I always get excited when I come to a police station.
Why is that?
It just feels like I've jumped into a movie.
Huh?
You know, with all the police and criminals.
Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting.
Sure it is. Look at those two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust.
Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911.
You know, Mr. Wright, I have always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human.
She has a point. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective.
And then I said, hey, you do that, your soup will get cold, buddy.
That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried.
I guess he wasn't saluting. He was wiping tears from his eyes.
They make a good pair. Phoenix, stop shipping people.
Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white?
No idea. Why?
Well, I think they're designed after a panda.
A panda?
Not that I have scientific proof. It's just a theory.
Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory?
It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see?
What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo?
The banner here is announcing the crime-fighting campaign.
Nice slogan.
I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprinting sets.
I don't think it's that kind of campaign.
What family wouldn't want a set at home? It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar.
I think most families can figure that out without the extra help. Actually. Detective, here's my attorney's badge.
You show this to me every time we meet, pal. Real men show their police badge. Enough said.
I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice.
Wait, speaking of ID cards, I found that detective's card, didn't I? Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this?
Huh? Hey, pal. This is a detective's ID card. Can't just keep that. You have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time.
Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot.
Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake.
But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs?
Whoa! Now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim.
That's what I thought.
Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe?
Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday.
Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself.
Huh. Congratulations.
I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later.
Apparently he's forgotten.
But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award, even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office.
Naysayers. Must be because of the rumors.
Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing?
There's a very good explanation for that. God damn it.
Wait, I didn't mean... sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have, Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth.
The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened?
We have to find out a little bit more about what's going on with Edgeworth.
As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I know better to go blabbing on about things I don't know about.
No, I wouldn't want you to do that either.
Good. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You'd better not agree to defend the suspect in this case.
Why not?
Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor's confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him.
But what if she's not telling the truth?
Yes, well... No, come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her.
But what if the evidence was faked?
Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second?
Huh? Me?
Why is this little girl so peeved at me?
She's a relative of the suspect.
She's Lana Sky's sister.
Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister.
Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically.
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked.
Huh?
It's a sensitive issue with us these days.
So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe?
Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs.
Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time?
What do you mean this time?
Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all.
It's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all.
None of you?
I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd?
So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down pat.
Isn't there anything else you could be doing?
The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. An Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot.
Officer Marshall?
Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy.
A patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal.
So, this ID card belonged to the victim.
He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground when we found it?
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transferal. Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot.
And Lana's confessing as much.
He's in a tough spot again.
Again?
Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond.
But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent.
Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses, nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious.
I had no idea he was under the gun.
Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself.
What?
But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know.
Thank you.
Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is. What was his name? The guy in the parking lot.
That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of police.
Officer Marshall? Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something?
No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA.
For a moment there, I wasn't sure.
Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this, and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe.
West LA is kind of close to West Hollywood, and if I know anything about West Hollywood and I know anything about gay culture, well, let's just say. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere.
Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal.
Ooh, I can examine this closely too? Nice.
Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here.
Looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it.
Wow. One guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner?
Yeah, that's probably it.
Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime.
When she says it, his name does have kind of a ring to it. He must have been so pissed if he didn't ever win it. He can be pissed from prison. He can be pissed from hell.
This must be the victim's blood, right?
Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway?
Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it in the wild.
Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely.
Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman.
Now there's a scary thought. Oh shit. Oh shit.
So this is what the back of the badge looks like. And I always thought it had a safety pin.
Each badge has a number carved into it. That way you can tell which attorney it belongs to.
You mean you couldn't lend your badge to anyone?
No, I'd be found out right away.
Well, that's no fun.
Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is dated the day of the crime.
The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up at a couple extra red lights. He wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair.
Perhaps.
Just goes to show you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light.
Laughs in knowledge?
Hey, look here. Looks like something's been crossed out.
Maybe it was a letter or something in Detective Gumshoe.
Let's see. Annual bonus, $20. I think a couple of zeros are missing.
No, that sounds about right. At least in that detective's case.
Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator.
February 22nd, Prosecutor's Office, underground parking lot. Looks like the investigation is still ongoing. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby.
Oh, still here.
Oh, that was her voice, okay.
Hello. Oh, why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too.
What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a dog that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene.
There's something I wanted to ask you.
On the scene of the crime, a cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me, I'll watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment.
He's asleep.
Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest?
There's something I wanted to...
Oh, okay, just keep going, okay. So he doesn't even dignify you with an answer until you show him the thing. Would you mind reading this for me?
What's this? I'll warn you, fan letters to me go right in the spittoon.
It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate?
Gumshoe? Oh, that old cow dog. He holding a birthday party or something.
Huh?
Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation.
Ah, I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here?
No worries. This proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. Guess I better let you in then.
Thank you, Officer Marshall.
Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me...
Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher?
Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny.
Do not ever say those two words again.
Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
I say I won't be needing this anymore.
Crumpled and discarded? Come on.
Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim?
Good men always die young. Remember that, partner.
Could you be a little more specific?
Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right?
Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale.
I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr.
One stab to the chest. Fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report.
Was my sister involved with the victim in any way?
Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Nothing in common?
They apparently worked together on a case a few years back.
So there's no motive.
Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prospector.
But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot?
So it seems. Like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon.
I don't mean any offense, but...
I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective?
You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas.
Huh?
I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth.
Oh, really? Now he tells me.
But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina?
So why are you in charge?
No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least.
Oh, he's nothing but a sad old cow dog, can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, huh?
Edgeworth?
That cow dog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just he don't realize it yet.
Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? Bruh, have you even been in Texas? Right? Fucking West Los Angeles. Shut up, Jake.
I see your badge. Looks pretty. Round. Our badge is a star. A lone star. Shining in the nighttime sky. A beam of light illuminating evildoers who come in the dark of night.
Note to self, evildoers are weak against starlight.
Hey, that's a sheriff's badge.
What's that? Some sort of police passport?
This is Detective Goodman's ID card. Strangely enough, we found it a good distance away from the crime scene.
Good distance in this rat hole. You want distance, get yourself to Texas.
Texas?
This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre?
Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study than to hang out with pros.
A toy shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knight, maybe?
Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth?
You don't like him, right? We get the point.
You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these.
Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it?
Hey, they could use the same shield over and over.
Note to self, the prosecutor's office and criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap.
You know it. They've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I'll tell you. Alright, compadre, count to 3.
Huh?
You gotta do that if you're gonna draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas.
Remind me never to visit Texas.
5:12 p.m. Prospector's bright red steed came in at a trot, real slow like.
A trot?
My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later. So it seems the chief prospector was lying in wait. Maybe waiting for her prince to ride in on his bright red horse.
So what you mean is, the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along. This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted.
The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn.
Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks.
This rope, is it?
Yep, they laid in the outline of the victim's body.
So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him?
You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. This looks like a cell phone.
Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to.
What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Right, let's check it out.
Man, what a boring strap.
What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know.
Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know.
I see the series is as popular as ever with the kids.
This phone's still on the redial screen.
Redial?
Mr. Wright, most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it.
Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just you never know with people from your generation.
Whatever. Let's check this phone out. Now, to see who the owner of this phone called last.
Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button.
Hey, that song. I know that.
Hey, what's going on over there?
Sorry.
I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you?
Oh, well, yeah.
Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there.
Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prospector Sky.
What? It's my sister's?
She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this.
Who did she call?
No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones.
Oh, that. Oh. Sorry, that was my phone.
What? Your phone?
Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number.
I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner.
Uh-oh. I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. B block is through here. That's where visitors park.
I can see the Lunchland car over there. Far in the distance.
Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy-looking steak.
Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy?
Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. Can you put two and two together for once, you Labrador brain? What do you mean by that? Oh, nothing about the button? Okay.
A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors.
Defense attorneys are relegated to B block.
I dream of the day when I'll be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block and buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright.
I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. Well, doesn't that mean the yellow phone was calling his phone? Yeah.
Look, a stylish glass-walled room. Very nice.
You could see the whole parking lot from in there.
It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe?
Huh?
Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Let's check it out later.
I hate to break it to you, but I think that's probably just a security guard office.
You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day.
Too bad they don't have a test for common sense.
So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister.
That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences.
Officer Marshall?
Yeah, Bambina?
How can you say that? You and my sister, you were...
Is there something between this cop and her sister I don't know about?
I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's a-blowing through the prospector's office.
Dry wind or ill will, someone's up to something here. But who?
Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now.
Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean?
He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is. Till he met you.
But rumors are just... rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them.
If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to the source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say.
One person?
Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector Lana Sky.
What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals.
What, you're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials?
Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere, everyone knows it.
Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth?
My sister's cell phone.
The last time it was used was 5/18, right after Goodman was killed. Maybe she was canceling her date for the night.
Why did Lana make that call? Oh shit, he's not even here now. Nope, okay. Nothing there. Oh, what about... Nope. Okay, what if we go back here? Here, see this?
Ah, I've noticed that defense attorneys have a tendency to want to show people things.
What is this, a behavioral study of lawyers? Okay, so nothing else here. Hiding a secret in the midst of career detectives does sound challenging. Okay, so not that. Where else can I go? all the dialogue so far. The cowboy's name in Japanese is Kyosuke Zaimon. Of course, they give him a name that sounds kinda Western. Dang, okay, is there anything we've missed? I don't think I've missed anything. There's the car, the body. Oh, cool. It goes all the way back here. Okay. Maybe I'm supposed to look through another place? Maybe... Oh, there's... Oh, okay. There's more selectables here now. Okay. Cool. Work desk is quite tidy, as one might expect.
What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection.
I'd prefer not to have to look at myself while I work.
Wow, what an amazing bouquet.
No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. Okay, so there's that. Giant steel samurai. Something on the bottom of the foot.
Is there a prosecutor in this office named Wendy?
I don't think so.
It's a jacket framed on the wall like a painting. The fabric is high-grade cashmere, Italian styling, silk ruffles, turquoise buttons, and a gold thread collar. I'm guessing it's worth around $5,000.
$5,000?
Speaking of which, your suit would be about...
That's enough of that. I don't need my life appraised. Thank you very much.
Ooh, what a soft and comfy sofa. It makes you want to say, sofa, so good. Sofa... so far?
Yeah, I got it. I'm glad she's not an aspiring comedian. What's this? It looks like a shield of some kind. It's broken. Maybe it's made out of chocolate and its owner took a bite out of it.
It appears to be made out of bronze with gold plating. It's not worth much. $70 tops.
This girl has a thing about pricing everything, doesn't she?
I wonder what that big K means. Mysterious.
Which we always solved by Edgeworth being here. Kill her with hamsters? No!
Hey, a chessboard.
Okay, this part is still there. Edges, spiky. Yeah, I know, but isn't the point to surround the king? Throw case files, ladder. With the shelves already packed super tight like that. What's the prosecutor gonna do when they get new files?
Splendid, Mr. Wright. What an unusual observation.
I think that was a compliment. Okay, the tea set is still the same. Okay, but that didn't do anything to really advance, did it? It's cool to get a couple of extra lines, though. Nothing else to talk about with him. These are all investigated. Huh. And she's still not here. What the heck? There's nothing else I can do here. Yeah, I would think I have to talk to Lana, but I can't even get to her. Oh, there's more about the phone.
There's no need to push this again.
What's wrong? You look like I do during finals.
Never mind, it's nothing. Okay, so there's nothing else about the phone. I don't have any other evidence that... Where the McFrick do I go? I've already shown everything I can, I think. Yeah, that wasn't gonna do anything. Oh yeah, I already did that one. Huh. I'm actually kind of stumped. Where am I missing the flag to trigger the next event? Looked it up, so let me know if you need a hint. I might. Because I've already looked at all possible places. Is there anything here? Maybe I have to break a camera? No. You know what? Yeah, go ahead and give me a hint. I need to know where the fuck do I go? You were in the right place. Okay. So I assume that means back here. I've already looked over everything. Okay. Oh. Aha! I didn't get every inch of the car like I thought. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort.
Look, something's written on it.
You're right. Let's see. 67S 12/2.
There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman.
Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed.
Well, so, what does it mean, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright.
I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either.
So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright?
I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone.
So, you think we'll be okay?
Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it.
No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal.
Oh, by the way, Emma?
Yes?
I know that song your phone plays when it rings.
What?
It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show
for kids. The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma?
I'm sorry.
Can you tell me what you talked about?
She hung up right away.
I see. A detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. I thought maybe he put the Steel Samurai theme as his ringtone because he misses Maya. Well, she does have the Pink Princess cell phone charm strap, so it makes sense that she'd also have a Steel Samurai ringtone. Okay. So, trial former? Oh my god. I'm going to take a quick break for some water. I'll be right back, and we'll decide if we go ahead and do the trial, because, wow, the investigation part took quite a bit. I told y'all this was going to be a doozy. So, I'll be right back, though. And we are back. Chat, my phone's gonna die soon. Oh no! I'm sorry. Ah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the trial. So I'm sorry if you happen to miss out on that on the live portion, but you know, as always, these streams are gonna be VODed, so you'll be able to watch it later. But yeah, we're gonna do the trial because this case is really long, and if I stop at every save point, I am going to be doing this for like 5 sessions by itself. So let's try to get some of this yeah, like I said, this is a doozy because they're like, hey, we have so much more memory in the DS. We can add a whole other case. February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 2.
How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright?
Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas.
Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice.
Yes?
A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that.
Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her.
And that is?
You're not a defense attorney.
I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright.
My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's gonna bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself.
Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way.
February 23rd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 9. There's one decisive difference between you and her. What cup size are you?
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please.
Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot.
Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything.
However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness.
Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen?
Haven't I seen you somewhere?
Oh, you ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Oh, caviar. I've never eaten caviar before.
The judge is really wolfing it down.
Oh, and for you? Oh, I have a fiesta bowl.
Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession?
Oh, and you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox?
It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please.
Oh, well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar tastes like pickled tapioca.
What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name. Profession. Now.
Me? Well, the name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. Oh, I find myself running Lunchland these days. That's what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us.
prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating.
Hurry it up.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime.
Oh, Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
Huh? What exactly does that mean?
Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective.
What? Miss Starr was a detective?
Ah, I know who you are. Cough up?
Cough up Queen Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Starr.
Just who is this lady?
If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks.
I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes?
The crime took place by a car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who was this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor.
Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
Seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright.
I can't agree on principle, Your Honor.
Well, it seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr.
Wait, are they talking about me?
Well, somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointed tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching.
As you can see, there is no room for doubt.
The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed?
I'm still thinking about that.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
How did you know?
I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted.
Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? Oh, I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Laid off? She was fired?
Well, to me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr.
This boyfriend, he's the detective?
Oh, not that boyfriend. The security guard.
That boyfriend? You have several?
Oh, yes. This boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
I'll stick with the lunches, thanks.
Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. Oh, the security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there.
That would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car?
Well, since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block.
So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. Girl. Listen, I get it. When you know what you've got and what you're worth, why, I'm pretty sure if I really wanted to, I could have... Never mind. Just... never mind. You sensed something. So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder.
Oh, it felt like... how would you say? Oh yes, it was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
I have no idea what that means.
Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim Bruce Goodman also a detective?
Oh yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
A young cheese?
Oh, pale white cheese. Not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn.
Then I must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack.
Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. Oh, in any case, there in the lot I felt something stirring in the back of my mind.
By garish car, you mean?
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth's?
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it?
Indeed, it was.
What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you're sure it was the defendant?
Oh, I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her.
If she's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick.
Witness. In your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness.
You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie.
Huh? Rookie?
Oh, unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. Oh, Fry, you're like a fritter. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism? Or I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch later. But my instincts are honed.
A photograph? You took this?
At the moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap! I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera.
I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now?
You think I showed to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant.
Uh-oh. That is unmistakably Lana Sky. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying.
Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all.
Yes, that's about right.
The prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set.
You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person.
Or perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor.
So the defendant was holding a knife. What then?
Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no?
The defense has a point.
Oh, unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late.
Too late?
Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
I see.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless.
Sounds pretty fatal to me.
What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer.
Don't smile like that.
There's gotta be something here. No prints. Now she's wearing gloves, so that's impossible. Cause, darn it. This isn't the game where I can do that. Because I'm trying to prove her right hand is injured, so... Into the chest. But she said... But she said she stabbed him in the stomach. Something's not adding up. Huh. What if I try it anyway? Maybe he'll bring that up? Nope. Music's still going. Never mind. Nope, 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 nope. Never mind. It's something to do with the right hand or the... Victim's blood. Okay. Okay, so that's not new. Anything here? No. Standing next to a car. But the ID was found there. But the body was found in the car trunk. So, right? Yeah. Oh, it doesn't say, but
Hmm. Okay. Huh. What did she say if we press her on this one again? Tell me more about the knife. Okay, so she talks about the knife. Ability to kill an egg. Okay. Huh. What does she say here? She says Edgeworth's car, knife. Saw her. Let's see. Is there anything here? There's the car, there's the wall, the oil drum. A block. So she definitely did take the photo from the other side of the fence. It's always funny to me that these photos are in black and white too. Like, what? Nobody has a colored camera? Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car, was holding a knife in her right hand. Let me look at the photo again. Is there any sign of... Damn it! No, there isn't. Just trying to see if her hand was injured at the... Trying to see if there's any like contradictory piece of evidence, because like she highlights specifically that she's holding the knife in her right hand, the same right hand that's injured, and I need to prove that her hand is like that's the wrong hand. I'm sure of it. They wouldn't make such a big deal up to and including a sprite where you see her bandaged hand. But how do I prove that? No prints on the knife. Single knife wound. This is... This one's tough, I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to figure it out and I feel like I'm being dumb somehow. Like maybe it's the lack of prints, but she's clearly wearing gloves. The blood spatter is on her right side. know. I'm trying to... Am I overthinking it? Am I stupid? Thrust the pointy tip into the chest. Oh no, that's just... okay. No need for that. Did I do this or did I do this already? I feel like I did this already somehow. Oh man, I'm feeling a little stumped here. Let me see. Slide. Okay. Nothing contradictory there. The photo was taken right behind the car, right in front of the wall. Let's oh shoot, nice. And you witnessed this. You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife.
Oh, as I've already said, yes. I swear it's on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
I'm sure that is a fine lunch.
But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. I swear that needs to be a drinking game on its own at this point. Go ahead and get your remarks in for yeah, there it is, Nickelback. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife?
Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever-feeble mind, Mr. Wright.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that?
Blood spatter.
Huh?
I see the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat.
But it's a black and white photograph.
Oh, yes, it is hard to tell, but this could be blood.
Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. Come on, man, I saved your life. That's just so funny. No problem, except you.
Mr. Wright, are you just gonna sit there and take that kind of abuse?
You got a better idea? Always object. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime.
Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies.
That's it?
Well, if you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved.
If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-size lunch from the get-go.
Oh, good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder.
Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph.
Well, are those gloves?
Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated,
she would not be wearing those gloves. It's called fashion, Edgeworth.
Ugh! These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
A premeditated murder. A serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
And the murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it.
What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves were omitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies.
In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime.
Ugh!
Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr.
This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
Oh, there's that again. Okay. Okay. Well, damn, I only find myself stuck in a harder spot. What if I... No, I don't think that would help at all. Let's see. Wait. But if it's premeditated, even if she wore the gloves, she didn't have the weapon until Edgeworth came in. And she called Bruce, not Edgeworth, so maybe... Witness, do you know what this is?
Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. But that's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there. The defendant is the chief prosecutor for a district, right?
Mommy, are prosecutors bad people?
The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony.
What's that, Rookie?
In your testimony, you stated Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves.
Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning.
However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon? This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're gonna plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon!
Order! Order! Order!
Great, now the tide is turning in our favor.
Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. But the prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Alana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove. Nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing...
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again.
Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought.
Oh, how dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated.
Really now?
Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again.
Oh, that one's an easy one.
The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
That was funny. Come on now, lady. You say she stabbed him again and again. But you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound.
Aha. You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk. He's my hero, really.
What about my objection? No one noticed?
Well, witness?
Oh, you got the crime scene set right.
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
And tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify.
Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was.
Her red muffler?
Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck, so she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose.
She's right. Miss Skye was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait, isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood?
Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib.
A judge with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes.
Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest.
However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony.
Mr. Wright, this is our chance.
Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off.
The short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact.
I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer.
Obviously, more scientific testing is required.
Her muffler, huh? Miss Starr, I demand an
The witness is clearly not suited for detective work.
What?
The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. I'm sorry, but insert Simpsons joke here. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph.
Huh? But that can't be.
Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Which Simpsons joke?
The truth that you might find shocking is
I'm not wearing a tie. That one.
harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails.
What was my objection? Chopped liver?
But it was there. A scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really?
Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What?
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least.
Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony.
The most important part?
The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Oh shit.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Oh yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned her muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile.
You're quite determined about this scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star.
That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake.
Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten.
No thanks!
Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum.
An oil drum? Hard to imagine.
Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will.
So where was this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. Oh, that's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high.
She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite the natural thing for a criminal to do.
And what did you do then? You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect?
As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time.
Maybe I should press her for more details. I'd like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. The Lunchland car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here?
That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes.
Is that correct, Miss Starr?
Yes, that's right.
But there was a chain-link fence in front of you?
I went over it, of course.
Amazing! The cough-up queen, lunch lady athlete, indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast.
Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too.
So how did Miss Sky not get away? She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say?
What if I remembered exactly? I would have told you in my testimony.
Cheeky.
Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word?
So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else.
Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone.
Her phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene?
Oh, yes, ultimately.
Ultimately?
My memory... It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see.
No, the court doesn't see, Miss Star.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall.
Apparently it was out of order.
And so she used her cell phone.
Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witnessing, witness.
Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying?
You should, of course, add this to your testimony.
The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. I saw it all. How she tried the phone on the wall but had to use her cell instead.
Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court?
Aha! I was gonna ask the same thing.
I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled out her own cell phone out of her pocket.
And during that time, you climbed the chain link fence.
Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone.
And you saw her doing this.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
She made to escape. Can you be more specific?
She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a pâte de foie gras. On a pâté of foie gras.
Huh?
She even kicked over an oil drum at me.
An oil drum?
There was an oil drum lying on its side at the scene of the crime.
But it's strange.
What's that?
If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way?
The parking lot entrance.
That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent. More mysteries.
I wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. So Miss Sky tried to run.
I'm sorry my sister's so suspicious, Mr. Wright.
Not as sorry as I am.
But she didn't do it. You have to believe me.
Is this the part where he mentioned that... Where he was like... Let's see. Okay, yeah, this is the part. So she ran behind there. Tried to use the phone, cell phone. Scaled the wall in record time somehow. There's something about that one. I'm gonna try presenting the cell phone itself. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, maybe it's the floor plans, because she said that... Because you can't see the phone on that side. Where's the floor plans? See?
Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
Well, who would have thought that you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago.
Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this?
I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up.
Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it.
Order! Order! What is the meaning of this?
It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question? Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it'd be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it.
Pointless to lie, I see.
But say the witness actually did see Miss Sky using the emergency phone, it would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it.
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime?
All the testimony we heard until now points in one direction. And it's pretty obvious, but you know, I just want to make sure. The place from where Miss Starr witnessed the crime was here. Does it matter if I just kind of general A block nonsense? Maybe the security room? This is the only place where she could have been.
A security guard room?
Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor so you can see the entire lot.
She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone.
Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr?
How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, a man has got the better of Angel Star.
Order! Order! Witness, what have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
Oh, I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails.
The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense.
Huh?
She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, though guilty of perjury, she knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason.
So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright.
Huh? Me?
Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know.
Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What would change? Has to be the angle. Why, the angle at which she saw the crime occur would change.
The angle? What do you mean?
Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and, she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime.
And this is important. Why?
Oh, damn, that wasn't it?
Perhaps you'd like to reconsider, Mr. Wright?
Then it would have to be the distance. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Skye?
Well, witness?
You.
Yes?
You ordered the squid wheels, right?
The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible.
I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Boysenberry for the boyfriend.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running toward the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it.
Where the hell are you going?
But that's why I had to go to the visitors parking in B block.
That's quite the detour.
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
For 5 minutes? This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely!
Uh-oh.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something.
Do I have any evidence to stop this? Maybe? 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it! You could make pasta in that amount of time, if you like it al dente.
I've got lunch boxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie.
A 5-minute blank, isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor?
Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea, I didn't kill anyone.
But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. Miss Skye dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable.
Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go?
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history.
We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright.
That was too close. We are gonna get her on perjury though, right? I hope.
I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned.
Mr. Edgeworth, You ordered the squid reels, correct?
That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say?
I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that?
Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes?
My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Star.
Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Woohoo! A triple-decker! Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed.
What's she gonna pull out of a lunchbox this time?
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
What? There was blood found on that shoe?
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And you had blood tests performed.
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Are we just gonna ignore all the times we've literally pulled evidence out of our pockets? You know what? Whatever.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah, how does it feel to have your evidence log updated on you in real time, Edgeworth? Hurts, doesn't it?
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen.
You could at least study some evidence law, really.
The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Good lord. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes?
I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results.
The results?
But how many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing.
Then why didn't you just tell the truth?
Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, alleged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book.
This when the suspect is admitting she did it?
But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Let's just get this over with.
And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime.
I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive.
So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe.
I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe is my top secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunch boxes, gentlemen.
I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag. Really.
In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now, tell us what you did next.
So you brought it to the forensics department.
If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert.
And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective.
The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it.
Well, the man was stabbed after all.
And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman.
As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe.
You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test.
You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie.
Huh.
Well, speak up.
Well, blood comes in 4 types. A, B, O, and AB. Phoenix, you really should not have said it in that order. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood.
That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there, which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear.
That's pretty specific.
If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Lana Skies.
So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe.
That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight.
You ordered the peppered fish, that's correct. Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some, like your client, she's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with the shoe?
A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? Always raise an objection. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction!
With that gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence.
I don't know. I didn't think I'd get this far. Eh? I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of this shoe.
Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Indeed, there's quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe.
It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe? Is it the... It's gotta be this, right? Because then how could he step on the blood when he was in a trunk? Or... I can't think of anything better. Oh no. Oh yeah? The problem lies in the footprint.
The footprint?
Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime?
Aha!
As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. This picture only shows parts of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort.
Order! 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 Well, witness?
What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction, but then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh,
That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think!
hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions.
What?
I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint to the truth in her testimony.
What are you talking about?
Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to run, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that, I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness. Well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason?
Aha, you don't mean...
Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. Ah!
That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then after the deed was done, she kicked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty. Erasing evidence.
That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Oh, now we bring that up. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him?
So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please!
What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime, and she tried to conceal it.
But...
Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor.
Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
Okay, literally, how could you kick over something that big and heavy?
Little girl? What did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Oh yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well... I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else.
The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court.
Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this!
A photograph?
I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright, wait, look at the asphalt in this photo.
Hey, it's clearly wet.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind, immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning, and it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia.
Right. Wet or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off the asphalt, take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end.
This is the last piece of evidence.
Very well. This time, I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Your Honor, wait.
What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait?
No, it can't. That'll be too late. Look at this photograph. The last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, right. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph.
Oh God. Oh God, I wish I wish I saved. I didn't get a chance to save. Okay, do we see anything? Knife, chest, shoe, water, or whatever is in the oil drum. Wait a second, what's that in the tailpipe? That's suspect. The problem in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Is it Lana's muffler? Mufflerception? Okay, that's enough.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor.
You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph.
A muffler is also a part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe.
I see, and I see. What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony.
What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case.
I didn't get to save again. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. It's probably this, though. Well, Your Honor, how do you feel about that? Uh-oh.
Actually, I don't feel well at all. I have this pounding headache.
No, I meant, what do you think about the...
I'm afraid the reason for that headache is you, Mr. Wright.
Aw, man.
That cloth was found in the car's muffler, right? Muffler. Where have I heard that word recently? Muffler.
Fuck it. I'll take the penalty on that one. Why is it related to the case? Well, I thought I had something because of the fact that... If it's not that, then... then what is it? Why is the cloth related to the case? Let's think about this. If it's not the photo, which I seriously thought it was, because, like, that's the best guess to have. If it's not the shoe, it's not the shoe for sure. Probably. What the hell could it be? I can't be stupid. I gotta be able to figure this out, right? This is the floor plans? What sense would that make? Man, I'm feeling dumb in this case. What the hell? Give me a sec. Let me try to narrow this down. She clearly didn't use it to wipe the knife or the shoe. Oh, God, I am stupid this case. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with me today. Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court.
Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony.
Muffler. Ugh. Yeah. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Ugh.
Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings.
Suspend?
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once, and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed?
I suppose so. Whew. That was close, but we made it. At least for now.
This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime, after all.
Dude, you have been eating the entire time. He's still hungry? Oh, holy shit. Trial ladder. Oh my god. Okay. It's been a long day. Yeah, I guess it has. I don't know. I think I made a few too many like mistakes uh in this trial portion for me to be like I'm not being hard on myself necessarily, but I definitely think I screwed up too many times and I don't know. I feel like I did better in the earlier cases, and I don't know if it's just like streamer scuff or if I just kind of am having an off day or if this case is hard. But it makes me feel stupid. Anyway, we're cutting it here for now. We are gonna have to do the second half of this trial next time because, whew, I think there's only so much I can do, and if I'm messing up this badly right now, I'm probably gonna miss more like obvious stuff later, and I don't want that. So we're gonna pick this up next week. I will be back tomorrow morning to do the fan fiction reading stream as my early Valentine's Day gift to you guys. I'll read one or two works depending on how depending on time. And yeah, we're gonna pick this up next week. We'll do more Ace Attorney because it's fun. Even when I mess up, it's fun, and I hope it's been fun for you guys to watch too. Even as the investigation portion was pretty slow compared to the other ones, and the trial really dragged out, and I didn't help by bumbling through some of that. But I hope it's been pretty fun for you guys. I will be back tomorrow, and like I said, I'm gonna schedule at least one more Ace Attorney stream for next week, maybe two because this case is so long. But yeah, we're gonna continue this, cause yeah. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. It's been really fun. I'm glad. I just yeah. I guess I'm feeling off today or something, but you know, I also know to just own up when I mess up, and yeah, I screwed up a little today. That's okay. It makes it more fun if I do mess up a little. I think because if it was too easy, then what's the point, right? But that's why I play this myself and don't use the auto story function because I like using my brain a little, even if I fail to. Anyway, that'll be all from me for tonight. I will see you guys in about 12-ish, 13-ish hours, and we'll do some fan fiction. So until then, my wonderful Rainiacs and Langsters, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for hanging out and enjoying the show. See you guys next time. Make sure to eat well, stay hydrated, and get lots of good rest. Be kind to yourselves and be excellent to each other. And have a radiant rest of your night. And of course, as always, remember to unshrimp yourselves. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.